up, peeps? It's your girl Dash. Come back to Real Takes. Well, it's that time, guys. It's reaction time, and this is going to be for The Mandalorian. This will be for episode 3, titled Chapter 19, The Convert. Now, before we jump into it, just want to note the last episode really did enjoy. We were dealing with the Mines of the Mandalore, where the Mandalorian and Grogu are, heading out, because of course, remember, he has to bathe in the waters to, be accepted again. And we're dealing with the fact where certain things kind of take a turn. I know we get introduced to some Alamites. We saw a cyborg creature. We're dealing with also Grogu hanging to go get Bo-Katan to pretty much rescue the Mandalorian, and that she did. Badass. I was here for just that overall scene of him at the beginning, but then Grogu, getting to where he needed to get. And of course, at first, like I said, Bo-Katan, at first kind of was hesitant, but when she saw it was just Grogu, of course, she came to his aid to help get the Mandalorian, and that was some good scenes there. We get introduced to what I think they call, what was it, a mythosaur. I hope I'm saying that correctly. She never thought it existed. Kind of found out, yes, when he was bathing, he gets, pretty much, grabbed and brought all the way down into the waters. So that was a good scene. That, to be honest with you, if that was really like, I was like, oh my God, I was scared the out of me. I'll just keep it clean. So I'm looking forward, now that he, did bathe, what's going to happen in this particular episode moving forward with the Mandalorian. But it's just, hopefully this will open up, like I said, Bo-Katan to, see things, a little more clear, and not at first believing and then knowing that actually the things, the words and things that she learned as a young child, they actually are true. So I'm really looking forward, like I stated, moving forward each episode, what happens with her and also what's going to be happening with the Mandalorian. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into it. Say the rest of my thoughts at the end, guys.
Did you see anything alive?
Alive? Like what?
Nothing.
We took a hit.
Something's coming up on us fast. It looks like a squadron of TIE interceptors.
One down, one more to go.
Oh, damn.
Bo, we've got company. Bo, listen to me. You have to get out of there.
The amnesty program saved my life. There are many of us who had no choice in working. But despite the shameful work of my past, I now hope to help the New Republic in whatever way I can.
Very best, Doctor. After everything you've been through, you're just so brave. You're such an inspiration. I'm so glad you're working for us now.
You're new. What do you mean? To the program. The pins, they make it hard to hide.
I didn't expect to see anyone from Moff Gideon's ship here.
Gideon?
I try not to think about him anymore. Thanks to the rehabilitation program, I can contribute to the New Republic. I'd be happy to show you around when you do.
Happy Bindu Day. Another set for archival.
So many people. It's all a bit overwhelming.
Following orders blindly is how we got in trouble in the first place. Sometimes you have to trust your gut. The New Republic is trying their best, but they're struggling.
If I were to pursue my own research recreationally, would that be allowed?
According to the file, your previous research involved cloning and genetic engineering, expressly prohibited by the Coruscant Accords, Section 13, subparagraph 7.
I've been thinking about it. I know it's important, and in the hands of the New Republic, it can actually be used for good. I just need to prove it.
You want to help the New Republic. They just can't see it yet.
It's too dangerous.
It's just, Sleep on it.
I just think I could be helpful if I could.
It would require authorization from the department. You could submit a C-1023 request. I've never seen someone from the amnesty program make one of those.
Have you experienced any feelings of anger or resentment?
No.
Thank you for continuing
Our main objective is to help the Republic, right? And that supersedes everything else?
It does. Thank you for continuing to be an important.
Let's go get it.
Good.
Are you serious? No, she did.
What did she tell you?
We understand that the adjustment can be difficult.
No. I think there's been a mistake. I
We're
wasn't
here to
trying.
help you.
It's a mind flare.
It's a similar device, but we found at low voltages it can be used to help soothe select traumatic memories.
You've done the right thing.
Thanks.
This should offer him some relief.
She did.
I have been to the mines of Mandalore.
Impossible. The mines were collapsed in the Purge. The planet is cursed.
These are lies. I bring proof.
I was witness. He fell into the depths and I pulled him out. Din Djarin, you are redeemed. And Bo-Katan Kryze, by creed, you too are redeemed.
Alright, you guys, this episode was really good. Of course, I like the way we set off where, of course, Bo-Katan had to, of course, come to his aid, Din's aid again, in regards to, dipping into the living waters. Before, what I found really interesting is how she didn't let on, that she saw, you want to say, Malthasaur, but she asked him, did he see anything down there? And she's like, no, what would I see? I just remember dipping down. I'm like, okay, that was very interesting. Play along. He did get a sample, so you can take it back to the armorer, so you can show proof that he did bathe in the water, so he can be redeemed. Now, with that being said, we're dealing with certain instances where they come into contract with some, squadrons and some shoot-ups. Now, mind you, that scene was really good, but then you see what happens where they pretty much, destroyed, Bo-Katan's castle, and then, of course, they have to use it time to kind of divert and get away so they can go to a secret enclave of, the Mandalorian enclave, excuse me. Now, when we get introduced to Dr. Pershing's again, looks like, You know, he's a part of the New Republic. You know, he definitely is not doing any more of his cloning research, so he is now a part of the amnesty program. You know, just trying to just kind of stay under the radar, you know, doing what he's supposed to do, you know, regular, you know, work and all that, you know, answering questions, you know, how he feels about where he's at, you know, does he have, you know, issues, you know, with the New Republic and all that. And at first it seems fine. You see him doing some sort of, you know, of course, you know, speech amongst the people. Then he comes into contact with a couple individuals, one in particular, Kane, who used to be a part of, you know, Moff Gideon's, you know, communication. And right off the bat, I'm going to tell you, the facial expression is just like, no, I'm not trusting, you know, but of course Kane plays it off, and, you know, Pershing's, you know, kind of goes along with it unbeknownst, you know, with down the road the true agenda. So you can see him just doing his day-to-day, just not really feeling it, and clearly sees that if he helps the Republic and all that, they can see that if he starts back with his research, this will be, you know, helpful to the Republic. And Kane kind of nudges him, and they look like they're going to have to go somewhere to get the materials he needs, you know, going out, you know, off with the uniform and all that, blending in or whatever. And they, of course, eventually jump off and they end up where they need to be to get what he needs. Now, unbeknownst at that time, just watching the way Kane is acting, not buying it, that everything's on up and up, you know, of course, some individuals show up and it plays right into the hand of Kane, and Dr. Pershing gets, you know, caught. It's almost like you made it seem like he, you know, had not changed. He needs a little guidance and a little help. So, of course, they can do this little mind thing with him. So, of course, she in the room, and then they make this little statement about, you know, it's like, you know, can I leave, you know, I don't want to leave him alone. It's like, you know, we're so happy to have someone like you know, on our team, this and all that. So when the guy leave, turns the thing up, just causing more damage to him. I'm just like, oh my gosh. So I'm really curious to see if we're going to notice, because that lets me know you never left. You always have been, you're probably under, you know, secretly, you know, still doing their bidding of some sort. I feel like this is just the beginning. Kane eventually will show up again, hopefully in the upcoming episodes. But, like, yeah, Dr. Pershing trust. That trust was should not have, but, you know, here we are. But I like how, again, Din and Bo-Katan show up. And, of course, some of them do not believe that they, you know, bathed in the living waters. He does have proof. The armor checks the water, and it turns out, and he, you know, is, you know, welcome back into redemption. And the same thing, they asked Bo-Katan, she's, you know, bathing, and she's like, yes, she did. And they're like, you know, you're welcome to be here. Her home has been destroyed. So when they're patting them and telling them this is the way, you can see Din is fine, but Bo-Katan, I'm not sure. So I'm curious to see how she, you know, moving forward, what's going to happen. Like I said, you know, all these little things are surfacing, you know, of course, with the Mother Sword, her, you know, of course, keeping that, you know, from the Mandalorian. I'm like, why didn't you just fess up to as to why, what you saw? But as time goes on, hopefully things will be a little bit more clearer. She'll kind of, you know, present, you know, how she really feels, or, you know, if she doesn't know how to take all this stuff that's going on present. But yeah, great episode. Truly just enjoyed this one. I'm looking forward to the next one. So with that said, you guys comment below, let me know what you think. And with that said, I'll see you next direction. Guys, take care.